Boom! What's going on, guys? Another video for the Masky channel, Michael Masky channel. And yeah, it's been a while, guys. Recently I've just basically been focusing all of my attention into the Shreddy Boys channel. If you don't know what that is, it is basically a channel where me and my buddy Brian have been doing a metal style podcast. So check it out. I'll throw some links in the description, but that's not why we're here. We're here for another Mike's Rig rundown. Now, I've done a couple of weird ones recently. You know, the latest one being the Switch 64 that a lot of people actually watched and liked, so awesome, you know. But this one is specifically weird because it's not a gadget, it's not electronic or a guitar or anything music related. Actually, it's something that I have been using and wearing for quite a long time. I am going to be showing you the Vans off-the-wall crossbody bag / fanny pack. Now, this is the original one that I have. I'm going to provide a bunch of close-ups and stuff, but as you could see, this is basically an oversized checker pattern fanny pack. Now, you're like, well, Mike, why are you showing us these? You know, this is a fanny pack, you know, that's ridiculous. So, a long time ago, you know, as a performer, you know, I always have, like, just tons of stuff in my pockets at shows and whatnot. And yeah, I just got tired of it one day, and I think I was trying to look for a solution, and I came across the fanny pack and got my first fanny pack for, I believe, it was either a birthday gift or a Christmas gift or something from my lovely wife. But I got this fanny pack, and I also was thinking, you know, in my childhood, I also never had, there was these backpacks that were checkered patterned, you know, and people would put pins and buttons and stuff on them, and I always liked those a lot, but I never had that either. So basically, this was my way of combining those two things that I've always wanted. So this is just, it's a oversized fanny pack. It's huge. It's got, you know, the main gigantic pocket up here in front. It's got a smaller pocket, and on the back, it's got another hidden pocket. So I like these, you know. Obviously, I got my first fanny pack, and then this was a lifesaver when I would play live shows, you know. I put everything that was in my pockets, my glasses, my wallet, keys, you know, everything in these, and then I would have basically empty pockets. So I would be performing or, you know, just existing in a concert venue with nothing in my pockets, and it would just be extremely comfortable. You know, obviously you gotta still watch this and carry this with you and whatnot, but when it's time to perform, you just take this thing off and then you go straight to the stage. And then it extended past that. You know, I would be just, you know, going from place to place and being like, man, I just don't want anything in my pockets. You know, as a person who always wore cargo shorts and whatnot, you know, I definitely had the pockets. It's just your shorts or pants would just get weighed down and you feel all this stuff, you know, on you. And this essentially was a way to just alleviate that entirely. Not only that, but, like, you know, I've brought these things on so many vacations, you know, so many trips where you're like, I just need something to carry a bunch of stuff, so many festivals. And yeah, that's basically it. I got one. I loved it. As you could see, I pimped it out like crazy. You know, I got a bunch of metal buttons and nerd references and little charms and pins and whatnot. And yeah, I just started going nuts from there. So I found out, obviously, the company is Vans. You know, it's a checkered, oversized fanny pack from Vans, and they don't make them anymore. So that was another facet to it, is I started collecting fanny packs, this very specific kind of fanny pack, just because they didn't make it anymore. So this is the original black one that I got. I then later went on eBay, and I was able to find this orange one. This is the current one that I'm using. As you can see, it's all full with my stuff. And then I just kept, that was another part of it. Another facet was just to keep pimping out, you know, each one, you know, with charms and pins and whatnot. And then I finally got this red one. So Vans made these a while ago. If I could find out, I'll put the date on there, you know, when they stopped making them. But there are still these remnants of these fanny packs that just float around on the websites, Amazon, eBay, and again, this is such a weird video, but I think if you are a musician, if you're a person who just does not want to carry all of your stuff, you know, these fanny packs are just incredible. There's so much space, and yeah, I can't really do my regular checklist that I normally would do, but overall, you know, the aesthetic cannot be denied. For the price, unfortunately, they are discontinued, so sometimes they're hard to find, and a lot of times they are overpriced, but if you look at them through eBay, you could definitely, you know, haggle and whatnot. But yeah, I just, you know, I started collecting them, so I got an orange one, I got a black one, I got this red one, which is like one of the rarer ones to find, you know. Usually you can only find this black or this orange one. And then one day I was just on eBay, and I recently picked this up. This was about a week ago now, but this is a color I never saw before. This is a blue one. Yeah, so brand new, tags and everything, just a blue Vans fanny pack, and it's the exact same version of these. It's just blue. So yeah, I know it's it's crazy, man. It seems like I'm a lunatic for collecting these and whatnot. But yeah, I just figured I'd do a Mike's Rig rundown because this is very important to my actual rig. You know, you know, I've been using fanny packs now for a long time. You know, I had a fanny pack with me on my wedding day. I just carried all of my stuff that I needed in this thing, and just to have that peace of mind, and you know, just have everything in one spot without it having on your body. And then, you know, like, let me give you an example of what I actually have in here. So, I'm opening it right now. As I'm looking through it, I have my glasses case, I got a couple pens, I got lotion, my keys, I got some earplugs, you know, I got 2 sets of wireless headphones and whatnot, and then I've got my wallet. So it's like all this bulky stuff that you could never possibly carry, you know. It's very much like a fanny pack and a messenger bag at the same time, without it being lame, you know. Like a lot of these messenger bags are, you know, like leather bound, or they're like a cross bag that almost looks like a laptop case, and it's just kind of lame, you know. I don't know why, you know, companies think that's the male equivalent of basically like a purse, where it's like, oh, it has to be sleek and modern, you know. But no, these things are like, you know, again, like that old school backpack that we all saw in the 90s, the checker pattern. And I just went one step further and customized it with buttons and charms and little, you know, pins and whatnot. And yeah, I've gotten so many compliments on these things, you know, obviously for the looks, but also, you know, just not having, again, to deal with all the stuff at a show, or when you're going, you know, shopping or whatever. You know, you have all of this stuff in one location, and you can carry more stuff. There's been so many times where people have been like, hey man, can you hold this for me? Or hey man, can you hold that for me? Yeah, that is the one drawback, is you will have to hold stuff for people sometimes. But yeah, you know, I just figured I'd come on here and show this to you guys. If you do decide to go, I said the 2 spots where they're most likely to be found is eBay and Amazon. You will have to fight me for them, unfortunately, because I am collecting like doubles now, in case these things just cease to exist one day. But yeah, man, that's it. Mike's Rig rundown. Yeah, I love these things, and yeah, that's it. I know it's not much of a rundown. It's just me showing you some stuff, but this has been very integral to my rig for some time now, and I figured I'd just share it with you guys. So there you go, another episode of Mike's Rig Rundown. Hope you liked it. Next one's going to be something very special, so I'll see you later, guys. Boom.